Okay. Good afternoon, students. Welcome to another English class. We are looking today at words that are often confused. I'm Philippa Beckford. Before we begin, we have two things to do. Do you remember my sanitizer? It's almost finished because I've been using it consistently. And remember, you squirt some into your hand, you massage it into the palms, on the backs of your hand, between the fingers, and you make sure that you do that regularly throughout the day. Next week, when you go back into the classroom, grade 11 students, you are going to go with your sanitizer and you're going to use it every 20 minutes because, again, you want to keep healthy so that you are able to do your exams very well in July. Before we start, we're going to pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for sparing our lives to see today. Thank you for these students who, despite the challenges, continue to press toward their exam. We ask that as we go through the lesson today, you will help them to understand it, help them to retain it, and help them to remember and apply it correctly when they're faced with the exam in July. We ask all of these mercies in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so I have here on my screen my title, and the first thing we are going to look at are two words that a lot of people, not just Jamaicans, but a lot of people around the world have trouble distinguishing between. They are who and whom. If you look at the little chart that is there, on the top in dark blue, you see subject pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Those are used as the subject of the sentence or the doer of the action. And beside them, you see who. So, wherever you have one of those subject pronouns, you could substitute with who. At the bottom, in pale blue, you see object pronouns. Now, you know from your maybe grade 7 or 8 class or before that every sentence that has an object puts the object after the verb or after the preposition. So that's where our object pronouns would come. Me, buy it for me, or hit me, or give him. So the object pronouns, me, you, him, her, it, us, you plural, and them, along with whom, come after the verb or after a preposition. Those are your object pronouns. So when do we use who? In a sentence, who is used as a subject. We said that already. It's used in place of those subject pronouns. For example, he would like to go on vacation. I could substitute and say, who would like to go on vacation? He would like to go on vacation. Or, who made those awesome fritters? She made those awesome fritters. So right away you see that who is interchangeable with subject pronouns. So if you ever have a question in your head, you're going to think carefully. Could I put a subject pronoun here? If you can, then you're going to use who. When to use whom? Whom is the object of a verb or a preposition. It is used in place of object pronouns, and we talked about them already on the chart. Me, you, us, them, him, her, it. For example, to whom was the letter addressed? You would not say to who, to whom, because to is your preposition, and the whom comes after the preposition. Look at number 2. Mrs. Davis consulted a doctor who or whom she met in Negril. We don't know what to do. So we would stop and say, well, she met him in Negril. And because it's him, which is an object pronoun, we would so insert whom. Therefore, Mrs. Davis consulted a doctor whom she met in Negril. Number 3, whom or who do you believe? Pick up right after the who or whom. Do you believe he? That doesn't make sense. Do you believe she? Still no sense. Do you believe him? Yes. Do you believe her? Yes. So it seems that the object pronouns are the correct ones. Therefore, you're going to say whom. So, whom do you believe? And you know, students, when we talk, we very often don't talk like that. We just say, who do you believe? But when you write, for heaven's sake, stop, check, and then choose the correct one. Don't just write the way you talk, because a lot of us will get into a lot of trouble if we do that. So, here are some sentences. Number 1, we will give the money to the person who or whom needs it most. Now, you have your pencil, and you're going to put 1 in the margin, and you're going to think about it, see how you could substitute, and put the word that you select beside it. And then afterwards, when we've done all 8, we will check. So, number 1. We will give the money to the person who or whom needs it most. Again, stop right where you have the choice between who or whom. Pick up after that. Would you say he needs it most or him needs it most? Would you say her needs it most or she needs it most? Clearly, you would say she needs it most or he needs it most. Those are subject pronouns. Therefore, you are going to choose the one that is the subject word, which is who. So it would be, we will give the money to the person who needs it most. Look at number 2. I'm not going to help you with this one. It's yours to do. We have filed a complaint against the contractor who or whom we hired last month. Pick up from after the who or the whom. Think of what you're going to substitute. Make your choice and write it beside number 2 on your paper. Number 3. No one knows who or whom you are. Put number 3. Make your substitution. Write the word that you selected. Number 4, who or whom are you calling? Do the same thing. Write the number, write the word that you select. Number 5, who or whom is at the door? Remember, pick up from after the who or whom. Just imagine there's a blank space there. Pick up right there. Make your substitution, write the word. Number 6, we will be kind to whoever or whomever knocks on our door for help. So we are going to pick up at knocks on our door. And you are going to think about what pronoun you would substitute. Okay, you have written the word for 6. Number 7, whoever or whomever we elect for president will be in office for 4 years. This is right at the beginning of the sentence. So you pick up right after the whoever or whomever, and you say what you say, and you make your choice. So we elect for president, and you move on. Number 8, last one. Whoever or whomever conquers this is very brave. Pick up after it. Write the word you choose beside number 8. Let's check. Here are the answers. We did number 1 already. We will give the money to the person who needs it most. She needs it most, or he needs it most. We have filed a complaint against the contractor who or whom we hired him last month. So it would be whom. Number 3, no one knows who or whom you are calling. You are calling he, You are calling him, sure. You are calling them, yes. Therefore, it's object. So, whom, good. Number 4. Where am I? Which one did I just do? No one knows who you are calling. Okay, who or whom are you calling? Number 4. Are you calling he? Are you calling she? Neither one is correct. Are you calling him? Are you calling her? Yes. So you would choose who. Number 5. Who or whom is at the door? And again, you can see that he's at the door, she's at the door, so the answer would be who. I hope you're marking them on your paper and ticking the right ones and putting in the answers for the ones you got wrong, so you'll know. Number 6, we will be kind to whoever or whomever knocks on our door for help. So, we will be kind. We are going to pick up after the whoever or whomever knocks on our door for help. He knocks on our door for help. She knocks on our door for help. Who knocks on our door for... Why is this one looking like this? We will be kind to whoever or whomever. I have a feeling that this one is not right, because number 6, I would say, knocks on our door for help. He knocks on our door for help, or she knocks on our door. It ought to be whoever. So you should have whoever, not whomever, like this one that is so very wrong. Number 7, whoever or whomever we elect for president will be in office for 4 years. We elect him for president, or we elect her for president. So that one should be whomever. And the last one, number 8, whoever or whomever conquers this is very brave. So he conquers this, or she conquers this. So it would be who. So it's whoever conquers this is very brave. Okay. So please remember, look at number 6 carefully. That one ought to be whoever. So we move to the next pair of words. And these are words that are used so often. Well, only one of them is used on social media. It seems that people only know Y-O-U-R. And they have totally forgotten about Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. That's a word too. And very often it is ignored when it ought to be used. Look at this. Your, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, is a contraction or a shorter way of writing you are. It has no other uses. It simply means you are. You are funny. You are home. You are going to the market or whatever. It's used to show, it's never used to show possession. It's used to show that somebody, you, is going to do something or is in possession of something. So look at how it's used. She will ask when you're ready, when you are ready. You don't want to say you are 2 words, so you shorten it when you're ready. You're 1 step ahead of me, meaning you are 1 step ahead of me. Number 3, I can't say if you're going to be successful or not. I can't say if you are going to be successful or not. Number 4, you're working way too much, meaning you are working way too much. I hope you're going to get the job done by the deadline. Again, same thing, you are. Whenever you are writing your friend on social media and you want to say you are and you want to shorten it, you're to use this one, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Look at the other one. This is the one that people seem to remember. It's shorter to write, there's no apostrophe, but you can't always use it because you'll get yourself into hot water. Y-O-U-R is a possessive adjective. In other words, it's an adjective that shows ownership. It comes before a noun in the sentence and it lets us know who owns the noun. So if I say your sanitizer, then of course that is showing that you own the sanitizer. Your is a second person possessive adjective. It is used as follows. Number one, I think you forgot your purse. Notice adjective your plus noun purse, because you must own something. I appreciate your help. Again, same thing, adjective plus noun. Your book is new. I think your house is incredible. Or you need to bring your novel. So whatever you do when you are writing Y-O-U-R, if there is no noun after it, you are using the wrong word. If you mean you are, then you have to write Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Otherwise, you need the other one, Y-O-U-R, to show ownership. Let's look at some examples. Where is your friend going after he gets to St. Anne? No, what do we mean here? Do we mean an adjective to show possession of a noun, or do we mean you are? Can you say, where is your friend going? No, it has to be your friend, meaning the friend belongs to you. So it's going to be Y-O-U-R. That's the first one I helped you with. Again, pull out your paper and your pencil, number it 1 to 6, and you are going to write the correct word, and then we will check. Number 2, Kayla says, you're too scared to enter the cave. Take a time, think about it in 1 minute. Okay, number 3, Mr. Newton, the manager, said, Jonas, you're just the man for the job. Which one do you need there? Jonas, you're just the man for the job. Yes, write it down. Number 4, in praising the boys, the principal said, your behavior was impeccable. I'm proud of you. So, which one? Number 5, is your all on the altar of sacrifice laid is my favorite song. Look at it. Is your all on the altar of sacrifice laid? Title of a song. That's my favorite song. Which word do you choose? Number 6. If you have given your heart to Jesus, you're in his family. If you have given your heart to Jesus, you're in his family. Which your do you use at which spot? Think carefully. Make your choice. We are going to mark. Here are the correct ones. Where is your friend going after he gets to St. Anne? Your friend, he belongs to you. Kayla says you're too scared. Kayla says you are too scared. So it has to be your with the apostrophe, shortened form of you are. Mr. Newton, the manager, said, Jonas, you're just the man. Jonas, you are just the man for the job. So we are using the one that means you are. In praising the boys, the principal said, your behavior was impeccable. Your behavior belonging to you. So you need the adjective Y-O-U-R to go before the noun behavior. Number 5 is your all, not you are all, but your all belonging to you. Everything that belongs to you is your all. So it's going to be Y-O-U-R. And number 6, if you have given your heart, what belongs to you, you can give. So it's your heart, Y-O-U-R, to Jesus, then you are in his family, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Okay, so you have them on your paper, and you are going to make sure that you think about it carefully whenever you write that word. Go back and check it and make sure you did write the correct one. And so we move to another pair of words that are also very problematic for a lot of people around the world. Those two words are lose and loose. Notice the difference in sound. L-O-S-E, lose, like a Z. and loose, very soft sound. Lose is a verb. Both words have only 4 letters. So if you want to know which one is the verb, L-O-O-S-E is not a verb. It has more than 4 letters. L-O-S-E is a verb. It's the action word, the doing word in the sentence, and it has 4 letters just like V-E-R-B, verb, L-O-S-E, lose. So, what does it mean? It means to misplace, to be unable to find, or to not win. Look at sentence 1. Usain Bolt did not lose the men's 100 meters race. He did not lose it. He won it. Okay. Mom will lose her temper if we break the vase. The expert jockey can't lose the race. Smiling at their frustrated father, the children asked, Dad, did you lose your car keys again? So, L-O-S-E, verb. Notice in every sentence on this slide, it is the verb. Mom will lose, did not lose for Usain Bolt. The expert jockey can't or cannot lose. Dad, did you lose, did lose. It's always a verb. Even if it has a helping verb with it, it's the verb. What about loose? Notice there's no z sound in loose. Loose is an adjective. It rhymes with goose. So you should not be pronouncing it like lose. One is lose, the verb, when you lose the race. Loose is an adjective rhyming with goose. It means not tight, not contained, not limited. For example, Judy lost weight, so her clothes are loose. They're swinging around on her little body. Loose, meaning not tight. Dad's loose change fell out of his pocket. Loose, not contained. If Dad had had them in some kind of purse, they would not have fallen out, but they were not contained. So his loose change fell out of his pocket. Help, the boy yelled. The bull is loose again. Not lose, loose. The bull is loose. It's not contained. It's out. It's chasing people. Footloose is a musical. Footloose tells the story of a boy whose dancing feet could not be contained. So notice, even when it's part of something else, it's still loose, and it still means free, not contained, not limited. So loose means it's big enough to hold a goose. If I weigh 500 pounds and I lose let's say I lose 350 pounds of those 500. My math isn't so good, but I figure I'm now going to weigh about 150. Now, can you imagine how my clothes would look on me if I suddenly put on those 500-pound clothes? They'd be out there. They'd be loose. They could hold me and a goose. So, whenever you think of loose, think of it fitting into somebody's big baggy jeans, and they could put a goose in there as well. So if you don't need the meaning that means very loose, not tight, being able to hold a goose, then you use the other one. If you mean something that is loose, that is not contained, not tight, free, then you use loose. Let's look at the sentences. You are going to do the same thing that we just did. Number your page, starting at number 1. I do not bet because I hate to lose or lose. Think about it. You need a verb in that place because you have to run, to jump, to swim. So find the one that is the verb and put it there. Number 2. If you lose or lose your temper, do not open your mouth. You'll probably say things you'll regret. So, if you what your temper, don't open your mouth. I'm not going to read the others. I have a feeling my pronunciation is giving away the answer. So I'm going to just skip over it. Number 3, Sunday afternoon is the time to lounge about the house in something garments. What kind of garments? Sunday afternoon, you're not going anywhere. Number 4, Sam didn't run fast because he didn't want to something his money. Which one do you use? Number 5, XYZ kind of behavior will not be tolerated. Lose, which one? The gospel artist sang, "Let me lose myself and find it, Lord, in thee." Which word did she use? Loose or lose? Okay, let's look at the answers. I do not bet because I hate to lose. So it's the verb. I hate to swim. I hate to run. I hate to bake. I hate to lose. We're using the verb there. Number 2, if you lose your temper, again we need the verb there. If you lose something, you do something. Number 3, Sunday afternoon is the time to lounge about the house in loose garments, things that are not tight, things that are let you be free and you don't feel limited and constricted. So you want loose garments. Remember, they can hold you and a goose. Okay, and notice that it is the adjective describing the noun. It's loose garments. Number 4, Sam didn't run fast because he didn't want to lose his money. So he needs the verb there. He didn't want to misplace his money. Okay. Number 5, loose behavior. Notice again it's the adjective describing the noun. Loose behavior will not be tolerated. And the last one, number 6, the gospel artist sang, "Let me lose myself and find it, Lord, in thee." You're going to lose and find. So you need the verb. So again, you're going to write down loose as opposed to lose. The verb is lose. It's the action word. It has only 4 letters, only one O. However, loose means slack, free, uncontained, unrestricted. And that is loose. It rhymes with goose. And every time you try to decide which one, loose is the adjective, and you need to think about me and my 500-pound clothes and a goose in my jeans along with me. So it's loose, goose. Okay, not tight, free, slack. So now that that is clear in your head, let's move to another pair. And I say pair because one of them really should not be there. It's 3 of them. I am, and am. Let me say it again. I am. 3 different pronunciations. I do not know why people think that I'm and am are the same, but they are not. Listen carefully. The second one is am. A-M, am. But I''M is I'm. So, am is the contracted form of I am. The apostrophe indicates that a letter has been omitted. Am is the first person form of the verb be. I am, you are, he, she, or it is, and it goes on. It is a verb. It cannot stand on its own. For example, you would say, I am happy. If you contract it and you take out the A, you're putting the apostrophe, you're going to say, I'm happy. Those 2 are correct. But you cannot possibly write am happy because am is a verb. And where's the subject? There's no subject. That sentence is incorrect. So you must always use I'm or I am. Never, ever write am when you should be writing I'm or I am. Am must have a subject in front of it, and that subject is the pronoun I. So, identify the correct statements. Look at these. Number 1, I am going to the prayer meeting tonight. If that is correct, then write I am on your paper and put a little tick beside it. If it's wrong, put an X beside it. I'm not impressed by your singing. If you think it's correct, put AM and put a tick. If you think it's wrong, put AM and put an X. Number 3, I am the 5th person to vote for Kelly. Again, write the I'm, put a tick or an X depending on what you think. Number 4, I'm so very hungry, Kimmy exclaimed. If you think am is correct there, put a tick. If you think it's wrong, put your X. Number 5, I am not scared to go to see the lion at the zoo. I am, write a tick or an X depending on what you think. Eating lobster is something I'm never doing, T said. If you think the am is correct, put a tick. If you think it's wrong, put your X. Number 7, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. If that's correct, tick. If it's incorrect, X. Last one, I am a warrior. I am a conqueror. I'm an overcomer. There are 3 in that sentence, so you have to have 3 marks. I am a warrior, put either a tick or an X. I am a conqueror, put a tick or an X. I'm an overcomer, put a tick or an X. Okay, let's look at the correct ones. I am going to the prayer meeting tonight. Tick, correct. It has the subject, I, and the verb, well, 2 verbs, I'm going, and the rest of it. Number 2, I'm not impressed by your singing. Am is a verb. Where's the subject? The sentence has no subject. It's wrong. It has to be I am not impressed. So that is incorrect. Number 3, I am the 5th person to vote for Kelly. Quite correct. The subject is I, and the apostrophe M is supposed to represent am, so you have your subject and your verb, so it's correct. Number 4, I'm so very hungry. No subject. I see the verb am, but I don't see any subject. Who is so very hungry? It has to be I'm, not am. So that one is incorrect. Number 5, I am not scared to go see the lion at the zoo. Notice I am subject verb. Very good. That's a tick. Number 6, eating lobster is something I'm never doing. Come on. Eating lobster is something I am never doing. There is no subject before the am, so X. Number 7, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am, and Jesus' words are always right. Notice Jesus' New English. He said, I am the way. So subject plus verb, tick, correct. Number 8, I am a warrior, correct. I am a conqueror, correct. I'm an overcomer, incorrect. It needs the subject before the am. I am. Okay, I hope those are straight in your head. Please try to pronounce them the way they should sound so that when you are thinking about it, you'll hear the sound in your head. I'm, or I am, or am. Am must always have the pronoun I in front of it. We move to another pair. Apart and a part. All that makes the difference here is just a space between the a and the part. But for some reason, people get troubled. And I can understand this one because they're so very close. However, we are going to sort it out today. Now, the first one, A-P-A-R-T, one word. And if you always think of the opposite, apart means to be separated or except. For example, I am sitting apart from my siblings. My siblings are over there. I'm over here. I'm apart from my siblings. So I'm separated from my siblings. So although the word apart sounds like we're together, it really means separated. It means the opposite of what it looks like. So I am sitting apart from, separated from my siblings. Or apart from Zoe, every student handed in the story. So except for, apart from Zoe, except for Zoe, every other student handed in the story. Ladies do not sit with their legs apart. Ladies do not sit with one leg there and one over here. Men can. They're wearing jeans and pants all the time, and that's a masculine thing. Ladies sit with their legs together, not apart. So remember, apart means separated from. Wasn't there some game that children used to play? Together, apart, something or other, I don't remember. But apart means separated. Okay, now apart means a fraction of a whole, or it means to belong to a group. So, Jimmy is a part of the choir. And notice you need the little of, it's always 3 words. Jimmy is a part of the choir. Sammy ate a part of the donut. A part of her hair turned gray. I couldn't use a part, one word, because it doesn't make sense to say separated, her hair turned gray. But it makes sense to say a fraction or a part or a section of her hair turned gray. So remember, a part of, the words are separated. So if you see of coming up behind it when you have written it, go back and separate them. Let's look at some examples. Number 1, repentance and baptism make you a part of God's family. Repentance and baptism make you a part of, a fraction of, or it makes you belong to God's family. So we are going to use the one that means belong to or be a fraction of, and that would be a part. Number 2, remember, I'm only helping you with number 1. You're on your own for the others. So number 2, you're going to write the answer down. When Dan dropped the book, a part of it fell out. Now you decide, is it a fraction of the book fell out, or is it separated from fell out? You decide. Number 3, can you hold your thumbs about 6 inches apart? You decide. Next one, I'm so glad I'm a part of the family of God. We sing it all the time in church. Now is the time to know how to spell it. I'm so glad I'm a part of the family of God. Next one, snobs usually remain apart from other persons. Snobs usually remain apart from other persons. Think carefully. Number 6, social distancing means staying apart from others. Social distancing means staying apart from others. Which word do you use? Number 7, to do squats, you must stand with your feet 12 inches apart. So you're going to put your feet 12 inches apart before you do your squats. So decide which correct word you would put there. And the last one, before dawn, Jesus went apart to a quiet place to pray. Which word are we putting? Jesus went apart to a quiet place to pray. So you should have at least 7 from number 2 to number 8. We are going to mark your answers now. Let's look. Number 1, we did it already. Baptism, repentance and baptism make you a part of God's family. Number 2, Dan dropped the book. When he dropped the book, a part of it fell out. Notice the off right after the brackets. A part of it fell out. Can you hold your thumbs about 6 inches apart? 6 inches separating them. So you want the one that is joined up. Remember, the one that is joined up means separated. So can you hold your thumbs about 6 inches apart? Right. Number 4, I'm so glad I'm a part of, I'm a fraction of the whole. I belong to God's family. So I'm so glad I'm a part of. 3 words, the family of God. Snobs usually remain apart from other persons. They're snobbish, they think they're superior. You're over there in a bunch and they're standing over here all by themselves. They're separated from the group because they're snobs. So they are A-P-A-R-T, 1 word. Number 6, social distancing means staying apart from others. Again, they're over there, you are over here. A-P-A-R-T means separated from. Social distancing means we are separated from each other. We are apart from each other. Number 7, stand with your feet 12 inches apart. 12 inches separated. So it's A-P-A-R-T, 1 word. And the last one, Jesus went apart, separated himself from the disciples. He went apart to a quiet place to pray. So, A-P-A-R-T, 1 word. So please remember, stick it in your head. Every time you write that word on the paper, stop. Pull up your brakes. Look at it again. Ask yourself, do I mean a fraction of the whole? Do I mean belonging to the group? Then if that is so, you need to write a part of. But if you mean separated from, then you need A-P-A-R-T. So every time you put that word on your paper or you see it and you have to decide if it's right or wrong, please hear my little voice in your head telling you what to do. Make sure a bell goes off in your head, tilling, and you remember this lesson. Okay, now here's how it's going to come on your CSEC paper. They love this kind of thing. And now that you're getting a whole multiple choice paper only for your final exam, they're going to go to town with these words because they know that they're troublesome for a lot of people. So, this is how the sentence is worded. Well, the directions. Some of the following sentences are unacceptable because of grammar, idiom, or vocabulary. Some sentences are acceptable as they stand. No sentence contains more than 1 inappropriate element. Select the one underlined part that you feel is inappropriate and choose the corresponding letter. If the sentence is acceptable as it stands, choose D. So, number 1, the child who I rescued was grateful for my assistance. Either A, who, B, grateful, C, assistance, D, no error. Could it be that who is wrong, or grateful is wrong, or assistance is wrong? Let's start with the C and move back up since we ended on that. Assistance, the child wanted my assistance. Not assistant, T-A-N-T, that's a person. The child wanted my assistance, my help. So that is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. This is an abstract noun, he wanted something from me. Okay, was grateful, is that correctly spelled? Yes, G-R-A-T-E-F-U-L. It's not 2 L's, it's not G-R-A-T-E-F-U-L-L. It's 1 L, so it is correctly spelled. So we move to A, who. The child who I rescued. I wonder. Let me pick up from after the who. I rescued she. No. I rescued her. I wonder. It seems to me that it might be A. Yes, the child whom I rescued, because I rescued her. So both would be object pronouns. So we are going to select A as the part that is incorrect or inappropriate. So it has an error. The error is at A. Now, you are going to do number 2 and number 3, and then we are going to check it. You're not as accommodating as I anticipated. You're A, accommodating B, anticipated C, no error D. Take your time. Think about the spelling. Think about the choice of word. Is it grammatically correct to say your, or accommodating, or anticipated? If all is correct, choose D. Number 3, you will lose marks for the tardy submission of the test. A, lose. B, tardy. C, submission. D, no error. Write down your choice. Let's look at the answers. You're not as accommodating. So nothing is wrong with anticipated. Nothing is wrong with accommodating. CXC loves that word, students. ACCOMMODATING or DATED or whatever. But notice, it is 2 C's and 2 M's. Learn to spell that word. Your. Remember we said YOUR is a possessive adjective. It must have a noun after it. There's no noun. So we need you are, not as accommodating. So A is incorrect. It should be you are or your with the apostrophe. So that's the incorrect element. Number 3, you will lose marks for the tardy submission of the test. No error here. Lose mean you're not going to get them. They're going to be misplaced somewhere else, but not on your paper. So you are not going to get it. Notice lose and verb. Will is a helping verb coming before the main verb. The main verb is lose. 4 letters just like V-E-R-B. So fine. Tardy is quite okay. Tardy meaning late, T-A-R-D-Y. And submission is correctly spelled with 2 S's. Good. So it's D, no error. Number 4, he accidentally bumped the visitor who I took to church. No error. So A, accidentally. B, who. C, took, or D, no error. You decide. Is it accidentally? Is that word correctly spelled? Visitor who? Is it who or whom? You decide. Took to church. Is it wrong to say I took, or should it have been carried? You decide. Number 5. The wrathful parent opined. I'm boiling mad. Wrathful A. Opined B. Am C. No error D. Look at it carefully. Wrathful. Look at it. Is that word correctly spelled? Opined, from opinion. Is that correctly spelled? Is that the word they need there? Am, is that correctly spelled? Is that the word that's needed there? You decide. We're about to check. Are you finished? Okay, let's go. He accidentally, correctly spelled, bumped the visitor who I took to church. I took him, or I took her. So we should have had whom. So it is going to be B, that's the incorrect element. Number 5, the wrathful parent opined, I'm boiling mad. Right away, it cannot possibly be am. There is no subject to the parent's utterance. The parent said, I'm boiling mad, meaning I am boiling mad. So it should have been I apostrophe am. So am is the incorrect element there. So that would be the wrong one. So students, you have the differences between the words. Now is the time to practice them. Every single day, look at your list and write 2 sentences using each of the pairs of words, just for practice. Practice them every day. I guarantee you that in a couple of weeks, they'll be firmly fixed in your head. And you will be one of a very small group of people on this planet who do not make mistakes with them. Because when I go on social media, whichever one, and I see what people write, I hurriedly get off social media before I tear my hair out in frustration. So I don't want you to be one of those out there causing me to pull my hair out, causing me to grind my teeth. Please write the correct one every time. It will serve you in good stead when you go off to tertiary institutions. It will serve you in good stead when you do your jobs later on in life. So until next time, keep practicing, keep sanitizing, eat healthily, get your sunshine, stay healthy. God bless you.